I think your next campaign slogan has to be this: we got to start eating babies. We don't have enough time. There's too much CO2. All of you.
Welcome back to my channel. This is Frank Brief, and today, oh my, we have a very controversial topic to talk about. Yeah? Like, I wouldn't prefer talking about this issue, but to the level that it have risen into, I felt like I needed to talk about it. And also there were some people on Instagram who told me to talk about it, but I would prefer leaving it to the ladies to talk about it. But let me just, for today, talk about it. And the topic is abortion. To many today, maybe they will say, oh, no, Francis, no. Yeah? But it is a very important topic considering the generation that we are headed to and the generations that we are. We got to talk about it because life are getting lost on this topic. Yeah. Both mother, children, and babies at most, they are losing their life. Well, some of the reasons that have made me to talk about this issue is I've been watching the Western media, how they have been promoting abortion, and up until the nail hit it when I saw it happen here in Kenya, yeah, whereby a girl who have come out clearly when she was drunk, she said that she had abortion 3 times for a guy. Not because of health problem, not because of rape, not because of poverty, yeah, not because of any diseases, but she had 3 abortions because of a guy. And not that the guy was poor, the guy was not loving her, the guy was not with her, no. She was with the guy for almost 3 years, for what I know. And during those 3 years, that is the time she had the known 2 abortions, because the guy came out and said he knew about 2 abortions only, the one that they talked about. But then the girl, when she was drunk, she said there were 3. Yeah. And believe me, drunk people don't lie. They always say the truth. When she was drunk, she said it was 3. But then after sobering up, she said, no, it's just 2, the one the boyfriend knows. But the fact is, she had this abortion just for the guy, and the guy is rich. But the thing with the guy is that he's not the responsible kind, because they get drunk, they beat each one another. And by now, I'm sure some people have a clue whom I'm talking about. Yeah, it's Kairetu. So this guy, during a conscience concert at Kenya, she and her boyfriend had a fight and the backdrops. Yeah. Whereby the guy denied knowing her. And the fight escalated because the girl is the one who pulled the punch part, and they beat. The girl actually ended up bleeding. And in that heat of the moment, she tried to defend herself from the bodyguards by saying, I have had 3 abortions for this guy. And she said it point clear, 3 abortions. Yeah. Then after that scene went viral, they had an interview of both of them together where they were like together, but saying they're still divorced. Yeah. But to clarify the matter on what happened. Then from there on, they started explaining that they only had 2 abortions, not 3, and then how the relationship could not work. But this is the point. If you're together and you don't want to have a baby, please just use family planning. If that is not good for you, yeah, then use the morning after pill. One abortion is like, we may understand, but three of them. And then you try to come and explain things to us, and not even to get the matter there. The girl on Instagram the other day, just yesterday, she said that girls at the age of 17 and 22 have been DMing her, seeking advice on how to get abortions. And she clearly indicated that she wanted to create a safe space for girls to be talking to her, and she's even giving them a number to advise them on abortion, where to get the abortions, and issues like that, actually. But this is the problem. This is where I have the problem, and not only me. Yeah, even the guys who are commenting at the Instagram post, nobody agreed, because the life of this girl is a party life. Yeah, she have numerous pictures of her naked at parties, drunk. Actually, she's usually drunk 24/7. From one party to the other, one party to the other, one party to the other. And during these multiple parties, that is where she usually gets pregnant, because she have no single idea of safe sex at all. Yeah. Then on that, she want to be advising young girls at the age of 17 and 22 on how to get abortions. Yeah. Why? Because she says she have experience. Yeah. She have had 3 abortions, which we know about, and she feels like now she have experience. She can talk more to other girls about it. And with that, I'm wondering where we as Africans, or as Kenya, or as East Africa, we're headed to. If we be influenced by the Western media on abortion, because to them it is a non-issue. Yeah. And on that, just the other day, yeah, the same girl, she posted pictures in a party where she was totally drunk. She was just wearing a see-through top with no bra inside and everything. Actually, you should just check her Instagram and see it for yourself, because for me, I believe this girl is not normal up here. She has some mental issues. And the same girl now want to create a safe space. I don't disagree about abortions, actually. This is my stand on the abortion issue. If it is about health of the baby, if the baby won't survive, yeah, if the baby is because of rape or incest, that I totally agree. Yeah. But none other than that, I say no. Yeah. Because I've seen a girl lose her life during abortion, the trauma that comes after the abortion, and from there on or more, the life of babies which will be lost. More than 50 foetuses were corrected at Vika Medical Hospital, or in hospital, where women were going there to get abortions, without the government knowing, actually even the community, because it was one doctor who was holding it, but now they didn't have a mean of disposing of the fetus. Yeah, so they just put it at a freezer, and the babies which were discovered there, and some girls even went missing because of this, because most of them don't survive. Yeah. So this is a topic that we should not be just passing about, but we should be talking about it more, because it is affecting lives. For real, it is affecting lives. Yeah. But we should not let people like Kairetu be dictating or be advising or be creating safe space for these young ladies, yeah, on this issue. And that's my point. If you disagree with me, just tell me about it. But if you want to talk about the abortion, there are facilities that have been created by the government, and it is not about abortion but pregnancy assistance, how to be helped about it and everything. There are numerous organizations, and I'll be putting their link down there at the comment section. Please do check. Yeah. And if you need any advice, I will also put the link on those organizations and NGOs there. You do check, and I'm pretty sure you'll get the help that you'll be needing. See how the Western media, or not just the Western media, and also politics, and how they go about the abortion issues, and how these things are transferred to the African community or the black community, because for us this is not culturally accepted or even right. Yeah. So we have this US presidential candidate called Beto. Yeah. This guy was talking about abortion, and you'll be crazy to hear the level of madness that they have reached to, whereby he was accepting abortion, the late term abortion, that is the third semester, up to the time of birth. That is, the mother is giving birth, the water is already broken, the doctor asks, do you want the baby or do you want to abort? Yeah. So if the mother says abort, the baby is killed. That baby have a heart. That baby have her own, his or her own mind. Yeah. But just by the word of the mother, that baby is killed. And you tell me there is not anything mental about this? No. The same, there are people who are talking about the after birth, whereby after the woman gives birth, the baby is put there, she looks at it, then she's asked, do you want the baby or not? If she doesn't want, the doctor gets the scissors, cuts the baby to pieces. Yeah. And then some of them even try to explain a pregnancy as a worm in the stomach that is just there to use the woman. They don't want to describe these as babies. They just call them fetus. But fetus doesn't have a brain. Actually, it does, actually. And it is still a baby, no matter what. It is still a baby. That's the thing. Yeah. And this presidential candidate is accepting this, pretending to be defending women's rights. But if you are more concerned about protecting the women, who will protect the babies? That's the real question. Yeah, because in their quest to reduce the population, instead of making laws like in China, you're only allowed to have one baby. Yeah, but then they don't go about aborting and everything. No. So you find people are more concerned about getting pregnant. Instead, actually, it is usually said, prevention is better than cure. That's not me saying, it is them. Prevention is better than cure. Instead of preventing not to get pregnant, yeah, they would rather get pregnant and abort the baby. That is the high level of madness where they have gone to. And yet they want to bring that culture to Africa. Yeah. And when they don't get that, that's when they start bringing other modern cultures, or mostly it is the Western culture, back to Africa. Yeah. So tell me what you think about that one, and let's see.
Are you for or against third trimester abortions?
So the question is about abortion and reproductive rights And my answer to you is that should be a decision that the woman makes about her own body. I trust her.
Yesterday on abortion, you said it's a woman's right to choose, correct?
Absolutely.
Is that included up until the third trimester?
Listen, I think those decisions are best left to a woman and her doctor. Roe versus Wade, though it is being tested unlike any other time, is still the law of the land, must be upheld.
We have a topic that, actually not topic, but the same topic, but another oversight that we will check is Austria. The Austria government just the other day passed abortion rights, which included aborting just because you don't like the gender of the baby. Like if you give birth to or you realize you are having a boy and not the girl you wanted, you tell the doctor, just terminate. Yeah. If you are having a girl and you wanted a boy and you don't like it, just tell the doctor, abort it. Yeah. That's the life of a child you're taking, only because you don't like the gender. And then they come and talk to us about discrimination. What is that not discrimination about gender? And yet the same people come and tell us there are not two genders. Yeah, gender has multiple. Yeah? And yet they are the same people who will murder a child because it is not the gender which they wanted. Yeah? That is mental illness, my people. Mental.
Applause has erupted in New South Wales Parliament as politicians held a final vote to officially decriminalise abortion. There were no objections when the vote was held in the Legislative Assembly. The new law includes safeguards that deal with late-term abortions as well as gender selection terminations.
So, these women have been very outspoken on issues concerning environment. Yeah. She have come up with something known as the Green New Deal. Her name is Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. Yeah. And I don't even know what to say about this woman because just her IQ is this minimal, very low. Very, very low. Yeah. And in one of her seminars with women, well, they were talking about environment. A mad woman, actually me I call her a mad woman because I don't think anybody in her mental capacity will be speaking about this. Yeah. She stood up to ask a question. Yeah. And she talks about Sweden scientists saying that it is good to eat dead people. Don't ask me. And now they are planning to eat dead people to control fossil fuels from being created. Yeah, so the only solution they have is eat dead people. That is from Sweden. But to come moreover, she said this wasn't quite enough since people are giving birth more. So the solution they have to take is they would start eating the babies. Yeah. She suggested that to control the environment and the increase in population, they have to start eating babies. And then you come and tell me this is a normal person? No, my friend. That is a mentally ill, abnormal BTCH. Yeah? Mad woman. I don't even want to say about this because some things are not even supposed to be talking about. This is just mental illness. And this Ocasio-Cortez, who's a big person in the US because right now it's like she's the head of the Democrat Party. Whatever she says goes with her other four horsemen. They are pretty strong there in the US. She didn't answer him, but she didn't also rebuke him, rebuke her. No, that means it's like she supported what she was saying. And this is the problem. Yeah, we are allowing these mentally ill people from the Western to come and show us that some abnormal things are cool, which are not cool even in our culture. Every person has his or her own culture. Yeah, and that is what we ought to respect. Instead, they are trying to force this Western culture into us, and then we let people like kairetu be the topic of this issue. And I know most people may disagree with me. Good, comment there down at the section, there down. Yeah, and let us hear your idea on what you think about it. Please don't be afraid to talk. Yeah, but with that, that is the end of my show. And if you that Francis, this is not your issue, please do so, comment there down and let me hear what your advice is or what you think about it. Yeah. And with that, stay safe. Don't forget to comment, like, and if you're new to the channel, please do so, subscribe and ring that notification bell. Till that, stay safe, don't do abortion.
We're not gonna be here for much long because of the climate crisis. We only have a few months left. I love that you support the Green Deal, but it's not getting rid of fossil fuel. It's not gonna solve the problem fast enough. A Swedish professor saying, we can eat dead people, but that's not fast enough. So I think your next campaign slogan has to be this: we got to start eating babies. We don't have enough time. There's too much CO2. All of you're a pollutant. Too much CO2. We have to start now, please. You are so great. I'm so happy that you're really supporting the Green Deal, but it's not enough. Even if we would bomb Russia, we still have too many people, too much pollution. So we have to get rid of the babies. That's a big problem. Just stopping having babies is not enough. We need to eat the babies, and this is very serious. Please give a response.
Thank you. No, thank you. We'll go ahead. Okay. No, we'll go ahead.